Okay, so hey guys, it's our day 25 for doing Leetcode daily until I get a job. So let's start with the day. And what we are doing is, wait a second. Yeah, what we are doing is, we are just starting from the very start. Okay, and whatever question we have not done, we will just do it in the way. That way, we will be doing the random things. Easy, medium, hard, doesn't matter. What topic is it? Doesn't matter. That will give us a good practice of questions. Okay, so we'll start from the first question, that is zigzag conversion. What this question says is, this string PayPal is hiring is written in a zigzag pattern on a given number of rows like this. So there are a number of rows which are three in this case. Okay, one, two, and three. Okay, so PAY, it's written in the vertical order instead of direct horizontal order. Okay, PAY, then we will start going upwards. PAY, PALISHIRING. That way we are going this way, zigzag. Okay, vertically zigzag we are doing. So what matters here is the direction in which we are moving, right? So if we are moving in the lower direction, we are coming down, okay, and we are coming down and we encounter the end of the number of rows, then we will start going upwards. And once we reach the top row, means the zeroth row, after that we have to again change our direction to downwards. This is what we need to do. And how can we achieve this thing is, let's just say we have a string like, let's say my name itself. Okay, and we have two rows. So how will we write it? S A, end of the row. Now we will go to change the direction, go upwards, and G will be printed in this row. Okay, not in this row, because in this row two consecutive elements cannot be printed in the same row. Then SAG. Now we have reached the top. Now A here, and then R here. So in one row it is SGR and second row it is AA. So this is the way we have to do it. So let's just start doing it. It's not like a really complicated question. So first thing, what if the number of rows is 1? So if num rows is equal to 1, or or the string, or the number of this number of rows are greater than or equal to s dot size. Like the string size is 5 for my name, and 5 are the number of rows. So in each row one letter will be printed and it will give the same result as at the original string. Okay, if this is the case, we will just return as fine. But in the rest of the cases, what we can do is, we will start from the first row. Let's take the row as the variable is the starting point. Okay, and this is the starting point of the rows. We will iterate through each of the character. So we will just try to run a for loop. Int, not int, actually it should be character C of this string. One by one we will take. What we will do is, we will print the first row in the first character in the first row, right? So we have to have a 2D vector first. Vector of vector is, rows it is, and it will be of size num rows. Fine, yeah. For each character, what we will do now is, rows की रो में push करेंगे dot push back the current character. Yeah, so we will just push this character inside the row. Now we need to increment the row. But see, the point here is, while incrementing the row, we need to take care of one thing. We cannot just directly get on incrementing the rows, because when the number of rows will end, like we will get to third row in this case at y. Now we have to change the direction, so the index or the row will be decreased now, where it will go from 2 to 1 वापस, ठीक है, and then 1 to 0. So the direction matters here. And when will the direction change? So initially the direction is positive means going down. Let's say we are considering this as positive and the opposite as negative. So we can just say int d is 1 initially, and if it's 1, then if we get to the last row, if the row is equal to num rows minus 1, it is, if it gets there, let to the last of the rows, then d will be equal to minus 1. Now it will change its direction to the opposite side. Fine. And if the row is 0, if the row becomes 0 means it's the first row, it will now get down, so d will be equal to 1 now. And whatever the value of d, we will just add it into the row. Fine. Because if it's going coming down, okay, if it's coming down it will be 1. So 0 to 1 to 2, pay, done. Now it's the last row, the d will be changed to minus 1. So next row will be row minus of 1 हो जाएगा. तो रो क्या थी, 2 minus 1 हो जाएगा, तो फर्स्ट रो में प्रिंट हो जाएगा. फिर 0 में प्रिंट हो जाएगा, 0 होते ही डी वापस से 1 हो जाएगा, तो 0 प्लस 1 1, वापस से 1 में प्रिंट होगा. तो दिस इज द वे इट कैन बी डन. एंड नाउ अब हमें क्या करना है, इस वेक्टर को उठा के एक पूरी स्ट्रिंग बनानी है. हम हर वेक्टर को उठाएंगे, उसको कॉन्कैटिनेट करके फाइनल स्ट्रिंग बना लेंगे. तो लेट्स से द स्ट्रिंग जो हम रिटर्न करेंगे वो है स्ट्रिंग आंसर. एंड फॉर ईच of the, we can say, vector in this large vector. Okay, the 2D vector है ना, इसके अंदर छोटे vectors होंगे, तो for each small vector of this large vector, so we can say for auto, we can say small vector of this rows, what we will doing is, what we'll be doing is, we will get a string inside this. Okay, we have got a small array. अब small array के अंदर क्या होंगे, characters भरे होंगे ना. तो for char c of these small, हम करेंगे क्या, आंसर प्लस इज इक्वल टू सी कर देंगे भाई, यही तो करना हमें. एंड आफ्टर दैट वी कैन जस्ट रिटर्न द आंसर हेयर एंड लेट्स सी इफ इट्स फाइन. Yes, correct. So we can just submit it now. Yeah, it's fine. So this is done. Next we can go to the reverse integer. So in this question we are given a 32-bit signed integer x and x with its digits reverse. हमें रिवर्स में रिटर्न करना है इसको. 123 दे रखा है, 321 करना है. तो हम यहाँ पे सिंपल है, कर क्या सकते हैं हम, देखो यहाँ पे ये कर सकते हैं हम, जैसे 1 2 3 दे रखा है ना, तो हम एक एक करके फाइनल से डिजिट उठाना शुरू करेंगे और एक नया नंबर बना लेंगे. तो पहले 3 उठाएंगे, फिर 10 इंटू 3 प्लस अगली डिजिट क्या है 2 उठाएंगे, 32 बन जाएगा. फिर ये कितना बन जाएगा 62 से, सॉरी 32. अब 32 इंटू 10 प्लस 1 कर देंगे, तो इट विल गिव अस 321. फाइन, दैट्स व्हाट वी रिक्वायर, राइट. जस्ट अ सेकेंड. So my voice was off for past 9 minutes and I didn't notice that. But that's fine, I guess. Okay, so for this question, what we were planning to do is we will take the half of this number and make this the new number. If the half of this number and reverse is equal to the initial part of the original number, like this 1 2 2 1 is there, we will take 2 1 and reverse it 1 2, and if it's equal to 1 2, then we are good. It's a palindrome, otherwise not. So what we can do here is, until x is greater than nums, we can do things like we will take a digit out, and the digit will be what? X percentage of 10. Okay, now nums will be equal to num times of 10 plus this digit. Okay, and x will be divided by 10. Okay, so now if we like see what this will do is, if the number is 1221, 1221, first time nums will be equal to 1, and x will become 122. Next time 2 will be also appended here, so 12 will be this and 12 will be this. Now we can see that x is not greater than this, so the loop will break and we can see they are both equal. If they are both equal, we can return true. If they are not, we will return false. So we will just return x equal to nums, first thing. Or there could be one more thing here, that if the number is odd, like odd number of digits are there, then we will start doing this 1, this will be 1 2 3 2. When num becomes 12, it will become 1 2 3. Still x is greater than num, so it will be 1 2 3, and this is 1 2. Now the loop will break, but they are not equal, but it is a palindrome because we have to ignore this 3. So we will just divide it by 10 and then compare them. So it's 12 and 12. Fine. So that we can do either this or x is equal to num by 10. Yeah, any of this will work. Correct. And yeah, I think we got it. Perfect. Let's go to the next question now, which is, if we reload this. Okay, next is this regular expression matching. Let's go here. Okay, so given an input string as in a pattern P, implement regular expression. We have to match the regular expression. Okay, what do you mean by regular expression is, we have some kind of, we can say, characters here, where dot means any of the character and star means matches 0 or more of the preceding element. Like if we can say, see, we have to match two strings now. First string is this, second is this, they are not matching, false. If first string is this, second is this will not come alone, let's say this. Now what this thing means is, star means the preceding element of this star can be any number of time, either 0 or multiple. Like it can be null, means empty string, or it can be a one time, it can be a two times, it can be three times, it can be any number of times we want. This means that, so it will match true because it will whatever we need, we can take it out from these of the choices. So we'll take aa and it will be equal to this. If aa is one string and a dot a or a dot, any of it, because dot correspond to any of the character. Okay, we can take it as a, we can take it as b, we will take it as a because we have to match those two strings, and same in this case. Okay, so now see here, while matching the strings in anywhere, the best approach is to take the dynamic programming approach. See what dynamic programming can do here is that we can match these two string for small part of theirs, And for larger parts, we can take help of those smaller parts. See, let me tell you what I'm saying. This is the first string, and this is the second string. uh, A, B, and A, B, C. Let's just say this. Fine. So if we I is 0 there and J is there, we will just take I and J, compare these lengths. Okay, these are equal. Okay, now we will check this length and this length. If they are equal, yes. Then when we reach here, we don't have to go behind and check from the first element that both the strings are equal or not. We will just say that if these both two characters are equal, and the answer up to now means dp of I minus 1, I is here now and j is here now, I minus 1 and j minus 1. So dp ij will tell us that I length of the first string and j length of the second string are equal or not. If they are same, then it will be true. If not, they will be false. So we will just check for when j is here, I is here. We will just check if dp I minus 1, j minus 1 is true. If they are true, then the previous string, previous lengths are same and the current character is also same. Then we are good. Fine. Then the dpij will be equal to true. Second thing now. This is the now see, there could be multiple cases now. What if uh, we can see we can say there is a star, we encounter a star or a dot. What will be in those cases? See, in dp, one thing we know that we try to firstly form the boundary. We firstly start to try to fill the table, the bottom approach we are using here. We firstly try to fill the table on the boundaries of it, and then we will go inside of it. Okay, so how we can do this thing is, yeah, so how we can do this thing is, see, if let's just take n as the first string size, m as the second string size, then the table will be like this: 0 to n and 0 to m. So it will be n plus 1 m plus 1 dp size बनेगा हमारा इनिशियली सब फॉल्स, जितने भी एलिमेंट्स है इसके अंदर सब फॉल्स है. ठीक है. Okay, if the initial elements are all false, let's try to do this. If we have to check the first string and match with the second string, correct? Then if the first string is empty, if 0 to m we go, but 0 to n this is all empty, means this row we will fill, this column we will fill. Okay, if n is 0 means the first string doesn't have anything, only the second string we are talking about. Or we can say, yeah, just let's take n on this side or m on this side, and let's try to fill this. Now what will we do is, at 0 0, when both the strings are 0, it will be just true because they are matching. Fine. Now just a second. Yeah, now if the in the second part, when fine, let's say if this is 0, like first string is length of 0 and second string is of any length, obviously they won't match, right? Because first string is empty, second string is not empty, so they will not match, so it will return false. But what if we get a star and a character here? That means we can be true, but we cannot have if we have just one element in the uh, regular expression. A star cannot be there, star cannot be the only element here. Star comes with only star only comes with a preceding element, it cannot be alone. Okay, so this will be always be false. Okay, when it is 1 and it is 0. Okay, now for the 2, we have to check whenever we have two elements, two characters. If a star is there, it means that it can be an empty string as well as A, as well as double A, as well as triple A, right? So it will be what? It will check dpij at this moment will be equal to dpi same row and what was j minus 2. Why j minus 2 now? Because we have to skip this star as well as the preceding element. We can skip both of them and we'll check for the previous rest of the string. Rest of the string is empty and this is also empty, so it will become true. Also we can see that ij minus 2 0, 2 minus 2 0, 0 0 is true, so it will be true, correct, whenever we get this. Okay, but if the string is this, now the third element comes as this. If this comes, then it will be false. It, see, j minus 2 thing is only applicable when this star is the AND element. Fine. If it was this, then it should also be a false. And why it should be a false? Because A can be any number of times because star is in front of A, but B will always be there in the string and there is nothing in the another string, so it will always be a false. And how will it? This will be 3 length string, right? So for 3, what will we do? See, for 0 it will be true. For 1, B is here and 0 is here, so it is false. For 2, BA is here and for BA it's not matching, it will also be false. Now next we encounter a star. If we encounter a star, we will just go to ij minus 2. Ij minus 2 means F, so it will be written F here. Fine, so this is the thing. And in this way we will fill the first row. Now for the rest of the things we will run a loop whenever the si minus 1 and let's say second string is t, if they are both equal and t j minus 1, these two characters are equal, then we'll just check the inside strings, right? That if fourth element I is at fourth, j is at fourth, or j is at any of it. If these both characters are equal, then the string passed of these two characters must also be equal. If they are equal, then it's true, otherwise it's false. Or we have si minus 1 compared to a dot, because it's the same thing. The dot can be the same character as si minus 1. Fine, so we can start writing the code and we can just get to understand what this question says in the way. So we will do this as dot size and m will be the expression dot size which we have as the regular expression, and then we will take a 2D vector and dp will be the name, n plus 1 rows, and vector bool m plus 1 as the columns and all false. Fine. Now we will do what? dp00 is always true, because if both the strings have 0 length, it's true. Now we will I is equal to 1 से start करेंगे, we will go up to m I plus plus when the first string is 0 and our regular expression has something. If the end character of this regular expression is star, then dpij will be dpi minus 1, I and j minus 2. Fine, rest of the cases will be false. We have discussed this. Now we will check rest of the strings. That will be like this. For n equal to n, obviously, I plus plus, and for int j1 to j lesser equal to m j plus plus. Okay, so for this case, if the end characters of these strings are equal, or we can say end character of this p is equal to dot, in both the cases what? dpij will be just equal to dp the previous length of the strings. If they are equal, then they are also equal. Okay. Else we don't get a character equal, means we get a star here. Else if pj minus 1 is a star, that means we have to skip the two elements of this particular row. Two columns we have to skip of this row. And yeah, but what if the previous element just from the star, like pj minus 1 is star, but what if pj minus 2 is a dot, correct? Or si minus 1, the last element of this, the element we are considering for this s is is equal to the previous element of j minus 2. What does it mean? That the element which is with the star is same as what we want now. Fine, then it's true, it should be true, right? It should be what? dpi j, it should be equal to dpi minus 1j. Sorry, it will be either this, which is obviously already dpij, or dpi minus 1j. Fine, that if I minus 1 is equal to j, I minus 1 length of it and j length of it are equal, either or this, any of them are true, it gives us a result as true. So yeah, that's a bit complicated question, but if you think in terms of dp and by taking small inputs at times and start implementing with this, it will be easy to understand. We have to return if the n length of first string and m length of second string are equal. We'll just return that. In the 8th line, it should be p only. j is not there, I is only here, so it will be I, and it will be 0, and it will be 0 I minus 2. Perfect. Okay, one test case is going wrong. Output is false, but it should be true. So what happens in this case is that I0, I1, now here, if it's star is there, fine. If it's star, it should be true. No, if it's dot, it should be true. Okay, pi minus, no, it's pj minus 1 actually. If I was thinking about this case. Yeah, it's fine now. And if we submit this, guess we are good. Yeah, we're good. Okay. What just happened? Is our internet fine? It's fine up to now. Okay, so there was some fluctuations in the electricity, but yeah, we done this question also. This was a hard question, but yeah, good one. So we have done up to 11th. Okay, 10th question we have done. So our next question will be, okay, these are some easy questions, I can say. Fine, then we will start doing tomorrow. Yeah, we will start, we'll continue doing this, that whatever question we encounter in the way of doing an order of the given order, we'll just do that question regardless of any topic, regardless of its difficulty. Fine, so that will be it for today, and we'll meet on the day 26.